he's not.
Yeah, you know. I think some people probably admit they were. They probably would if they
See, he hasn't
they
got
actually
really
were.
got a great problem with some of them anyway, so he'd probably say that if he was a bit anyway. Probably
Yeah,
say that
probably
he
would.
was. I think he'd say that if he was. Why would everyone have to be a nonce as well? It's gay. As you made the point. Why would they have to be?
Well, they have to be fat as well and
Why
smelly,
would
as you
they all
put
have
it.
to be smelly and fat?
Yeah.
Better looking than him, some gay blokes, for a start. Probably nicer individuals, some of them, than he is. For a start, some of them are.
He do it just to
Nicer
abuse
individuals than him,
people and
some of them.
effing blind every other word.
No.
All sorts of other, innuendos and disgusting,
Yeah.
disgusting, slanderous lies about people.
I think Neil Tennant, at his worst, is a bloody nicer. I'm sure he's a nicer individual than he is. I don't know Neil Tennant, what he's like really, but
Well,
I'm sure at his worst, he's a nicer individual than him.
John to be bloody like him, I know.
I'm sure he is. He's never seemed that bad to me. I wouldn't have thought he was that bad. Why do everybody have to be gay? That's a bloody, a nonce that's gay as well. Stupid what he says. Oh dear. Being rude and offensive about other people.
Yeah.
He's always being rude about someone. Constantly rude about someone. Cream on me. Put that cream on me a minute ago. Something. Oh, I need a lot more on me though. Take those antihistamines in.
Yeah, itching on it, I start to, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's quite bad as that.
I know. I've been quite as itchy as that overall recently.
Yeah.
Most of me, but oh God, last day I had, like, very itchy. Oh, very bloody itchy now. Yeah. Parts of me are very itchy. Irritating. There's tablets in a minute. Oh, somewhere's a mirror on me. It's antihistamines, are real. I know, he's an idiot. He is an idiot. Idiot, that bloke. Slanderous as well, what he says about people. Doesn't even know most of these people to say.
No, it doesn't.
How does he know whether somebody's gay just like that? You're certainly not, as if you can come across as bloody gay.
You're offensive and piss taking.
He contradicts himself.
You say that people, accusing people of arresting people. What are people to? They bisexual, straight, gay?
Why would a bloke who's gay
what else what's he claiming? What else is he going to claim next?
You're going to say Neil Tennant fancies a number of women next? I don't think somehow he does. He might like them, but there's not too much danger of Neil Tennant fancying any woman, I don't think. I think that's very unlikely. Unless he's only bloody AC/DC, and he's not as far as I know. Just AC/DC, but as far as I know he's not. That's another way, he contradicts himself. Because if that was the case, then why would you be fancying all these alleged women?
Exactly, yeah, make his mind up.
The other week, then. So make your mind up, rat boy. Why would a man who's gay then
interested in women then?
Fancy any woman?
Aha.
A number of women. That really makes sense, of course, doesn't it? How does that make any sense?
Yeah.
It's like saying a woman who's a lesbian's going to fancy fancy a number of men. Every man they set eyes on virtually, they're going to fancy him. Why would they?
Yeah,
They're
it's
genuinely
retarded.
bloody lesbian. They wouldn't fancy anybody, man. Doesn't even make sense what he's saying. Does it make any sense what he's saying?
No.
Stop. Everybody's gay according to him. What
Something or another, I know.
They make up a minority of the population, not most people. Anybody think that they make up most people are bloody ginger? What's he talking about? Shows he's deranged.
26 years. 31 July, so.
How does any, gays and lesbians even make up most people anyway? The vast majority of the population are heterosexual. That is factual.
Imagine like getting older now. I think of it sometimes. Very rarely, but I do think of it sometimes. I'm really want to get older.
Most people don't remotely fancy somebody of their own gender. Come off it. Talking rubbish. He actually thinks that, saying that about you, he knows fully well that you're not.
No, he knows pretty well,
Can you
not
imagine
himself.
that's a way of insulting you or
It's
something.
what gets me more of us saying
Getting
that.
to you or insulting you or, I don't know, whatever the case.
I think I'd rather live and die young than get old.
So as I'd say to him, well then, why would he be gay then? But then you make up your mind, what is he then, gay? Bisexual, straight? What is he then, according to you?
So,
Yeah. It doesn't even make sense what he says, that idiot. That idiot even says. He's an idiot.
No, he is.
He had
Because
brain
too
would be
short
bloody
pints.
dangerous. I actually thought he was a bit slightly more intelligent actually than that. Surprising really, isn't it? He's quite as thick as that.
No, it is.
I didn't actually realise he was quite as stupid as that at first. Same as you. I thought he was slightly more intelligent than that. Then
Yeah.
when I've heard him speaking on there after that, I thought, well, see what people mean about him. He's not even that bright. What he says. He constantly contradicts himself. He's contradicting himself all the time.
I thought Rodney was alright in one breath, according to him.
That's what I thought, yeah. I knew that wouldn't last. I told you at the time, I said that won't last very long. I said he'll be abusing him or he'll have a go at him. I said that wouldn't last very long, didn't I? I told you that anyway, didn't I?
Yeah.
I said that won't last long. No, I knew that wouldn't anyway. I thought, oh come on, that won't last long. Well, that's too good to be true that he's being that nice to him. I thought he's got to be winding him up or conning him, that boy's got to be conning him or vice versa. They've got to be winding each other up. Or
Yeah, it's ulterior motive.
something there, I think. Doing it for a bloody test each other out, maybe. Maybe, trying to. Kind of virtually testing each other out. Yeah. Doesn't make any sense to me. Well, he hates the bloke in one breath, so he alleges. He alleges he hates him in one breath. Why does he want to be so friendly to him
Yeah, exactly.
in the next breath? He alleges he hates him in one breath, and vice versa. He says he doesn't like Rodney very much, and he says he can't stand bloody Rat Boy. He bloody hates him, as virtually as good as. Make any sense to me.
He put the phone down.
Why he'd want to kind of, well, make any sense to me.
No, it doesn't to me. She wanted some of that staged, wasn't it, with them
It
even.
does, doesn't it? I wonder how much they do dislike each other, really.
We douche for that point. I
You
think
wonder, don't you?
one of the things do agree about, some of that is with Wendy and Brian and stupider. From it, Brian Hurwood stupider and Wendy.
I'm inclined to agree with him about a few people, I think. He could have a point there. About a few people, maybe, yeah. Not everyone quite on YouTube, though. I think with a few people he could have a point though. He could well do, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Some of it doesn't really make any sense to me. It doesn't add up. No.
No, it
I
doesn't
know
me.
about having love-hate things with somebody, but they do constantly, don't they?
Do,
One day
yeah.
after the other. It kind of goes into love-hate things, doesn't it? In the course of a few days even.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, you
Read
know.
some of the comments on his
I'm like you,
replays.
I don't understand.
So the replays won't play some of that. Recorded something that evil bloody Omar, Rodney, what his bloody real
That's
name is.
awful, isn't it? Horrible thing.
Like shit face, more
Yeah, I
rat
know.
boy. Insult to a
An
rat, that
insult
is.
to a rat, that's what I said. Yeah, bloody insult to a rat. Higher bloody level than he is. That's what I said. They're not bloody evil in their case. I know, rats not bloody evil. Either. They're not bloody evil either, are they?
I was standing there fucking putting the dog out, the little dog, and fucking, like...
How are they evil as well?
I was fucking...
Ah.
I was frozen.
He's evil, so... Quite honestly, it's a bit of an insult to them, really, calling him that. That's what I said. A creature like him. I wouldn't insult a rat, really. I wouldn't. I wouldn't insult one of them, pair them to him. No. I wouldn't either. I know. Really would. Bloody insult to a rat. I said. Daniel, that's what he said, the same thing. Bloody insult to a rat, really. So comparing him to one of them. Yeah. Agree with me that they're not evil like he is. He is evil in his case. Exactly, he is. It's a nasty piece of work, he is.
Yeah. Yeah, I should see what I should say to you about me. I just see what she say per se, old
Who's that?
bloody thingy bob of that poison apple.
Oh, her, yeah.
Are you the type of guy that's looking for some nasty
I
trick?
suppose on Rodney's K90's phone line.
No strings attached.
Let's take Mickey out of Rodney K, that.
Oh,
She's keeping things going with him now. I thought she left
yeah.
23 hours ago.
Rodney, he's
Sure,
always
got things in the other week.
dying for you to ring his bell.
Came from the mid-90s during his past employment as a phone line operator. Sexy, gay, queer, phone, LGBT. Trying to say, oh, he stuck up for that, trying to say he's a bit gay. Well, actually gay, is he? He's bloody
No,
bi.
how can he be gay?
He's married, I know.
He fancies bloody women, various women. He's married to a woman and had children with her. The natural way, by all accounts, not by a surrogate. So how can the man be gay? Come on, don't be silly. He can hardly be gay, can he? At the most he can only be a bit AC/DC. And that's debatable.
He's a plotting for her, maybe Apple Charlotte.
Yeah. And as for that thing in Thailand, well, you know, I don't know what to think about that one anyway. The evidence really to
So I know there's
know
Apple
what to
Charlotte
think
bits
about
on
that, the same
bloody
as
rat
you.
faces thing so much recently.
Yeah. I didn't kid herself. He'd flick with her if it suits.
Oh, he will, yeah.
He hasn't exactly got an overwhelming amount of respect for women. He tries to pretend he has, but that couldn't be further from the truth. He wouldn't speak about me the way he did, and he doesn't even know me, but still. If he had, and do what he's done with other women, including his own mother, so that doesn't come across to me like somebody who's got respect for bloody women. So don't try and kid yourself, Mr. bloody Omar Durrani, because You've got less respect for women in general than a number of people have. It's not even certain individuals, probably in this case, that's probably most of them. He'll only make out he has just to suit his own agenda with Brian Earl, like with her. If it suited him, he'd flip with her, don't worry about that.
Oh, of course he would, yeah.
You know he would.
Suits his agenda. Anyone that hates Brian Hurl's automatically with a chance with rat
Him with a
face.
chance with him, exactly, that's what I said. She's not blind as well as autistic. Well, that one's debatable, mate, isn't it? That she's not.
Yeah.
No, she's a liar though, isn't she? She's a liar.
Yeah.
We've seen some of her texts on there. And they're not exactly saying about having a cup of tea with him, are they? I've seen some of her texts on there that you showed me that she sent to him. So come on. He's not making that up, Brian Hurl, is he? He's got her texts on there. She's done it with other people. She came onto that reel as well. God, is there anyone that woman doesn't fancy? Is there anyone she doesn't fancy? And people talk about that Kaylee. Is there anyone she doesn't fancy, that Charlotte?
I don't think there is, fancies everyone, if you ask me, I know. Has he played John Puttick next?
Probably would. Peter British probably say he's gorgeous. Probably would. He still might be too good for her, though, bloody mentally alone. Still might be too decent for her overall, though, mightn't he? I mean, you know, mentally he still might be, though, mightn't he? Mentally alone, the bloke would be too good for her, though, probably, wouldn't he? Just acted a bit bloody loopy with that woman that time, that social worker. Pity it hasn't been bloody cancelled.
That bitch deserve it.
Disappointed. No, mind you.
Hey,
I've been
Kendrick.
worried about that man's mental health all the more, mind you, it had been her. Bloody hell, I would have been worried about a free Donald there. I've been worried about his mental health all the more if it had been her, mind you. Oh, if he'd been bloody going on to her like it, wouldn't you worry about the bloke's mental health, mind you? Oh, bloody hell. I think you would do yourself. Yeah. If he was saying that to Kendrick, bloody hell, I would be worried about the bloke's mental health alone. Never mind his taste, I'd worry about the bloke's mental health. He still might be too good for Charlotte bloody mentally though, mightn't he?
Exactly, yeah.
Ain't that
So,
what he is?
Bitch, you say, at least mentally, yeah.
He might be quite a decent bloke overall, apart from the fact he went a bit loopy with that woman that time. You know, mentally ill anyway, isn't he, the bloke? He sounded quite rational to you by what he said.
Yeah, he did.
He seemed quite rational. Or a bit mentally ill at the time. Do you really think that in prison was the right place for him, really?
I think he should have paid
No, I don't think
psychiatric
so.
help, yeah.
Donald agreed about that. He said, is that really the right place for him, really, you know? The man's probably mentally ill anyway, and perhaps didn't make, you know, perhaps acting even out of character, possibly, for him anyway, possibly was. Is it really the right place for that man, really, you know? It's more silly by what the sounds of it, by what he was saying more than anything. By all accounts, he didn't, I don't think he threatened her or anything, did he? Like violence or anything.
No, I don't think
Really,
he did,
I think, in all honesty, the bloke was probably very, you know, mentally ill, you know.
Yeah.
He probably
Called
should
it
have
Rodney
gone
Street as
to
well
a
for it.
psychiatric place, really, shouldn't he? I agree with the Bird at the time. Bird agreed with me, you know, that they should have sent the poor bloke to a psychiatric place, really.
Oh, they should have done.
You said he agreed with me. Was that really the right place to send
If he
him?
appealed, he may have perhaps be able to get there.
Yeah.
Be the fact he went to that place before that.
Exactly, you
No
know.
one's got to have mental health problems to go there, but I mean,
Yeah.
the umbrella club, but they usually often have.
Yeah.
So he could have perhaps appealed, maybe he didn't want to, and that he thought he deserved it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I actually felt a bit sorry for the bloke actually at the time, a little bit. I actually
Yeah.
feel it in those
He's quite
circumstances.
rational, he seemed to me. I spoke to that
Feel
once.
sorry for the bloke.
He not seen him around before, but
No.
he seemed quite
No,
rational when I
yeah.
spoke to him that time.
Yeah. I actually felt a little bit sorry for the bloke in his case, actually, because I think he was the usual kind of bloody loutish nutcase that, you know, kind of nutcase that was getting threatening and going on making a habit of doing things like that. I actually thought the bloke was mentally ill and that he perhaps was acting out of character, maybe, you know, in his case. Way, I felt a bit sorry for the bloke in a way. I don't know if prison really was the right, even if it was for a short time, you know. I don't know if that was the right place really for him, really. I think they should have, you know, sent him to a psychiatric place, really, shouldn't they, for a while? Given him help, really, shouldn't they, the right kind of help?
Yeah, exactly.
Shouldn't they really have given him the right kind of help instead, really, you know? I don't really think they should have sent the bloke down.
Nah.
I would have said that he should have been under some kind of section or something, if that'd be me, but, you know, I would have thought that, you know, as a judge or bloody magistrate, I wouldn't have thought so. I would have been reluctant to have sent the bloke down, if that'd be me, but still. Yeah, I would have thought so. So I think somebody like that needs for him professional help, really. The right people. I don't think in his case he's probably a bad person, really. He's just a bit bloody screwed up.
Screwed up, yeah.
They made a meal of it with that Carl Underdown, really. They still
Oh,
made
he did,
a meal,
yeah.
didn't they, that woman? I'm not being funny. I know it was inappropriate what he was doing. That was worse than what he was doing overall. That was worse than what he was doing overall. He wasn't going around taking pictures of anybody by all accounts like that. So that was the worse, actually, what he did than what overall and what John Pottick did, really, overall. But I mean, it's debatable that he wasn't a bit crackers at the time.
Yeah.
It's debatable that he wasn't, really. You know, that Carl Underdown. Yeah. I mean, that woman was milking it, even.
Well, sure, she had a monopoly on it.
I know, she did.
She weren't the only
He
victim.
did that to a number of
There's a
people.
number of people.
I'm not saying it, I know.
At least she did it to her more occasions.
People shouldn't go
Where,
around
you know,
doing that
she was
sort of
mainly
thing.
singled out. Then otherwise, how would she have it worse than anyone
But they're
else?
still making a meal.
That'd be the same woman did that to a bloke. That'd still be the principal, be
They
just
still
bad.
made a meal out of that whole thing.
Just that one could be paranoid, rightly so. Well, I
Yeah.
think a bloke's a threat to more. But I mean, you know, they'd still be just as wrong in principle. Wouldn't do that to a bloke.
Yeah.
Would they kept on about it though? If that was some bloke that did, some woman that did that to a load of blokes.
I know.
I doubt they would have done. So once again,
you're
it's still.
probably right about that. They
See, not just
probably
with other things, Krill. They probably wouldn't take it seriously then, would they?
No. Yeah, but then you wouldn't be able to do it with a bloke in the same way, would you? They're not wearing dresses, are they, or skirts like
No.
in the shop, are they? So how could you do that? Well, it'd be a bit more difficult, wouldn't it?
So they'll be able to see their bloody man's underpants, are they, woman?
Yeah,
They can still, if they had
possibly,
shorts
you
on though,
possibly
that'd still be
see them,
embarrassing
yeah.
enough though, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
If a woman was,
possibly, I
well,
suppose,
if a
yeah,
woman
you
put
could, I
her
suppose,
phone up
yeah.
her man's legs,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
his
true, I
privates.
suppose. You could maybe
But I
see
know
it,
that the
yeah.
eyes of the law, they wouldn't treat it so seriously, though. They probably
No,
wouldn't.
it probably wouldn't actually. You're probably right there. They probably wouldn't take it seriously, no.
So they weren't with other things.
Possibly wouldn't do.
Like when,
no.
you know, women have killed their husbands and boyfriends where it hasn't been justified.
I know.
And they got lenient sentences compared to a man You know, like with
Well,
Stephen's
I've
wife,
said
and
that myself.
that's just one example.
I have said that though. I've said that myself. Stephen's wife should have got a
Ah.
lot longer in
And they
bed
probably,
than him.
women probably
I
get
think they're
treated
way too
superior
lenient
in other
with them.
ways as well.
Some people have got as long as she has, or longer, for doing something quite minor compared to that. Bloody minor fraud or something people have bloody spent as long in jail as her. I think that was all wrong. She should have got longer in her case, in my opinion, but still. And I think Stephen's all the more silly to even bloody
If he has any more to do with her, he's bloody insane, you know.
Still. And that says it all to
Two-faced
me that I'm
hypocrite
not
for
being
this.
funny, you know, that the bloke is mentally ill, isn't he? More than
Yeah,
I thought he was, I mean.
exactly.
No, not being funny, his mother was very mentally ill. His mother was very mentally ill, even when he was at Hampton, you know. She was very mentally ill, even then.
Yeah, exactly.
She had some kind of fucking schizophrenia or something. Some kind of bloody very bad mental illness in that woman's case, you know. She was very strange as well. I mean, she'd lock the pair of them out sometimes and that,
So,
you
yeah,
know.
she had schizophrenia or something,
I don't know, she had something
some
or
mental
another.
illness,
I don't
obviously.
know if it
Something
was
quite bad.
schizophrenia, but
Something quite bad anyway.
she had something quite bad though, either way. It's possibly schizophrenia maybe, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, remember
what
Jeffrey
it was.
told me that a long time ago,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
possibly something like that, I would imagine. It wasn't just a bit more than just bloody minor depression, don't worry about that, you know. I mean, it was something quite, you know, quite bloody serious, I think, with her. They used to section her every so often at Charlton, you know, years ago when he was little. They used to take her to Charlton, I think, when it was open at that time. That was a long while ago. Oh, I know she would. She'd lock him and his father out there sometimes. She wouldn't let them on. She'd be they'd be tapping on the windows and that. She obviously had some kind of excessive paranoia that they were strangers or, you know, bloody people trying to burgle the place or something. I don't know what it was with her. Yeah, you very rarely saw her out. You know, she was a strange woman. Even years ago, she was strange.
Yeah, I'm
When
always
I was
like,
little,
yeah, I'm
you
nice
know,
that.
she was strange.
Gold overlay.
Yeah.
Quite cheap and diamonds, a number of them, yeah.
She obviously had some sort of schizophrenia or something like that, I should think, wrong with her, I'd imagine. You know, something like that wrong with her. Yeah. Yeah, she would. She'd lock them out, all sorts of bizarre things. Yeah. No wonder, really, that he's had a strange upbringing a bit himself, I think. You know, he's had a bit of a strange upbringing himself, I think. Yeah. I wonder maybe he's as bloody nervous as he is, perhaps.
Affects him quite a lot, I know.
Funny, he's had a mother that's gone on like that all the time, and funny, she's gone on like that for years. She went on like it. Yeah, probably rubbed off on him, made him anxious. Yeah, not saying the woman could help it, but you know, she's very bloody mentally ill. That mother.
Conversation of people, though, is it?
Not his father, no. He's
quite rational, wasn't he? Yeah.
He was. It's his mother, though. But with Jeffrey, you know, she'd act very strange. Lock people out, lock them out and everything. Yeah. Get her name now, a Christian name. Can't remember it now. Is it Gwen? I can't remember her name now. I did know it years ago. I can't remember her bloody name now. Yeah, it's very strange that woman was. Yeah. You know, odd the way she used to go on. Yeah.
And we'll get doctors from the Ukraine. We'll build the Ukrainian builders will build the hospitals.
Yeah.
Social services are shit, not that I've ever required them, to be fair, in my life.
You required a child social services.
Yeah, same place thing on this phone, yeah. Before it's going louder. One other app I use, I'm trying to app later on that. Another video app again on that, yeah.
Do it on your phone and my phone.
Yeah, I new iPhone yours. The gold one, it's always just, you know,
Yeah,
loud
the
as
gold one. Yeah, that's
anything.
another way where that phone's better, I know.
Yeah.
It's better in that way, I know. She said to me before it's better in that way as well. Yeah, I'll have to get that sorted out in a while. It says somewhere, isn't it? Out the way or something. It says something on that phone to get that done sometime.
Yeah.
I know, 'cause it's quite a good phone, and it's bloody annoyed me, that has as well, the way that idiot went on. Bloody toe rag.
Yeah.
It's not Daniel's fault for that, it's that bloody idiot's fault, I know.